Look. Today I was just going to do a quick video, a bit of an update on the channel, where I am with stuff in general. As you just saw, I was a bit concerned with the Ford. The coolant appears to have dropped quite a bit, which if you remember the last time that happened, I got a new engine. I'm hoping I'm not going to need a new engine again. But all three cars are giving me a bit of trouble at the moment. So this one, I'm a bit worried about the coolant again, although I took it to the Ford mechanic and he said it's fine. We'll just top it up and monitor it, but it's probably nothing. Hopefully he's right. And the Saab is leaking oil everywhere, and every now and then the gearbox goes a bit funny and does some weird stuff. I need to get it checked. And the Ferrari, well, Ferrari's just not being its usual self. Nah, it's a tiny little issue, and hopefully I'll get that addressed as well. On another note, as you can see, I have a Fezza cap. Now, you can't buy these in the shop. Now, you know, I wear a lot of caps because it's very sunny, and I get a lot of headaches with the sun. Oh, but this is a bumpy road. I get a lot of headaches in the sun, and so I always wear caps. And I was just curious when I did the new logo for the channel. I thought, actually, I think that would look quite cool on the cap. So I had a few made, but actually I only had 5 made. So I thought this morning, because my girlfriend took one, obviously I've taken one, I got 3 left, and 2 of them are already like sort of spoken for, and I got one left over, and I thought actually I could just give it away on the channel or something. So I thought, well, okay, if anybody wants a Fezza cap, which you can't buy, thought I'd just give it to maybe whoever leaves a comment today on the video and tells me what car they would like on the channel. Then I will just pick somebody at random and send them a cap. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, whoever wins, or whoever, it'll be a random thing. So whoever's comment comes up top will get the cap. I think they look quite good. Talking of getting cars on the channel, it's a really interesting one actually, because there's a really good guy that I've sort of connected with on Twitter called, oh bloody hell, he was close, called Craig Neal, and he did a video about vloggers getting cars to drive and test and stuff. And I've tried here in Spain, I've tried contacting Ford, forget Ford, I mean just trying to contact Ford in Spain is impossible. I tried Honda told me my channel was rubbish basically. There's no way they were going to lend me a car. BMW went, yes, sorry, that didn't even sound German. So Renault, just impossible to get in touch with. So I might try some of the dealers, but because car sales are so low in Spain, it's really hard to get cars to test, because a lot of the dealers don't have demo cars. They just don't have them. In fact, when I was talking to the guys at Ford here about testing a Mustang, the closest Mustang is in Malaga. It's like over an hour, well, it's about an hour away from here. But, you know, are they going to let me take it for a day? Probably not. It's just not going to happen. So it's really hard to get hold of some cars to bring on the channel and, you know, add some substance to the channel apart from me just talking all the time. So I will try. I mean, if there's any viewers and they're locally and they're based on the south of Spain, well, especially sort of anywhere here towards Malaga or towards Cadiz or something, and they've got a car and they want to get on the channel or something, then get in touch. Always happy to oblige in that direction. I've got my friend, he's going to hopefully lend me his Golf GTI shortly, and should have, I was going to pit it against the RS. Slightly unfair, I'm not sure actually, we shall see. On another note as well, I just wanted to mention that, you know, I do really try and respond to emails and comments as much as possible. It's proving harder and harder and harder all the time. as the channel grows, although it's been growing a bit slower recently, but as the channel has grown, it's a lot of comments and it's a lot of emails, and I just find it really hard to keep on top of at the moment. I feel really bad that then I don't respond to people for ages, but if you send me an email, I do eventually respond, and I try and respond to most comments, you know, unless they're nasty. Actually, when they're nasty, I do like to respond, even though I shouldn't. I should just ignore them, but actually no, I like the nasty ones. I was going to read some out in a video soon. And finally, what's coming up with the channel? Well, I'd like to say loads and loads of exciting stuff, but I can't. Only because I've got a really busy summer. You know, I'm running a business, I've got 2 kids, I've got a girlfriend, you know, 2 cats. Things are busy, very, very busy. So it's really hard to get the time to do the videos. It's really hard to get a day where I can just go off and take the car somewhere, or take a car somewhere and just have a bit of fun and video, and it takes hours to edit a video. So I would like to say there's lots of exciting stuff, but it's completely not true. It's going to be completely ad hoc. So it's like, if today I can do something, I will do something. I do have a couple planned that I'm going to try and squeeze in the next couple of weeks. I do want to say, you know, some people take my videos possibly a little bit too seriously. I do like to have a bit of a laugh. I like to just, you know, joke around and stuff, and I like to make somebody smile. And so the idea with my videos is not to be really serious and, you know, just be a proper reviewer of cars, and like, I like to have a bit of fun. You know, I posted a video about my teenage kids at the racetrack and them with their phones all the time. And obviously they didn't do the whole day on their phones. I just took snippets of them with their phones, especially on like the warm-up lap and the slow-down lap when they got their phones out. The rest of the time, obviously, they were just hanging on. And people were like, oh, you obviously weren't going fast enough, and oh, how can you drive like this, and how... It's just a bit of a laugh, you know. The other one I did about the RS makes you like Gordon Ramsay. I'm not like that all the time, obviously. It was just, you know, it does happen sometimes. Sometimes I get really wound up and I drive like a nutcase. But most of the time, I don't. But I was just having a bit of a laugh. So, don't take my videos too seriously. They're just a bit of entertainment. Anyway, right, better go. Anyway, remember, leave a comment if you want. If you want to win a hat, there's only one. And if you want it wherever you are in the world, just leave a comment. Let me know what car you would like on the channel, and if there's like a specific car that seems to come up quite a lot, I will try really hard to get one. I'll try very hard to get one. No guarantees though. Right, on that note, I'm off to the supermarket to do something more mundane and do the weekly shopping. The joys of being a single father. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you very soon. Hmm.